sold 100 million dirham property.
Within 2 minutes, they say, let's go for it. That is the main thing. Smile. I always upgrade myself. I don't stick on one place.
Dubai has something for everyone, you know. Welcome. I'd like to introduce our ultra luxury broker who has sold over a couple of 100 million dirham properties in the last couple of years. He prides himself of being the broker to the HNI clients. He calls himself the billion-dollar broker. Welcome, Ifthihan.
Alex, thank you for being a part of this broadcast. It's my pleasure to be here.
So you recently sold 100 million dirham property. Now that itself is a monumental task. Not everyone, it's not every broker's cup of tea. They all dream to sell something so big. Not everyone can achieve it. Could you take us a little bit through to the, from when you got the listing, the client came in, the closure of the deal, the process? What was the emotional highs, the tough times that you had?
It was a great question, Alex. So basically, and it was a long journey. So there was a client of mine from the early stage. So I found him from cold calling. So he was a prospect client of mine over a decade. So he was looking for something to rent in Dubai. So he's based in Abu Dhabi. So I was just following up with him to understand his requirement, and I managed to meet him. So I found him. He's one of the premium client. So he's into a high net worth HNI bracket. So then within a couple of months, so I found him a villa in the Emirates. So it fit all his requirements. So I managed to rent him. It was around under 1 million dirham. So I wanted him to buy something and get him something into to buy a real estate market rather than renting. So I used to ask him, why don't you purchase something, since he have existing portfolio in Dubai. So it took time. He was waiting for the right time to get into real estate, which I couldn't able to. So after a long decade, he called me. Ifthihan, I have a friend of mine who wants to move to Dubai, that they are looking for a villa or either bigger mansion in Dubai. So help him out. So this was the thing which happened. So I got the referral number. I called them, and they were literally interacted with me, since they got a great recommendation from his friend, which is in high net worth client. So I managed to meet him. So we had a coffee each other. I understood exactly what he's looking for and his requirement and stuff.
It's actually a wonderful thing that you're saying that the deal was actually a referral client. And one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was, many people are intimidated by HNI clients. What do you do differently, or what that keeps these clients at ease, that they want to deal with you, that they relate with you? Is there something that you do differently?
Well, not actually differently, of course. I found in HNI clients, so we cannot offer typical properties or ordinary properties or same what random brokers are used to treat. So it has to be slightly different in terms of treating HNI clients. The first thing is about exclusivity. The second thing is we should always present off-market listing. The third thing, you'll have to give them the privilege where something which cannot be comparable. So these are the facts. It stand out, to give them priority access.
How would you go about building a relationship with this type of client? Do you wine and dine them? Do you, go for movies with them? What do you do?
Of course, it's not something that we discuss about properties. So I would like to meet people. This is how we'll have to build relationship. So it's not. It's I would like to go beyond the client perspective. I became friends. So we became friends, and we go so we would like to go for a coffee, or or I invite them for dining or the brunch or the dinner. So this is how I engage with them. It takes time eventually, but I found this is something it's good startup. From there, we build our relationship, and Getting into a strong relationship is a key point to get more refers. So that is the first thing which I do.
Beyond properties, what is it that you're actually selling? Is it Dubai? Is it lifestyle? Is it square footage?
See, so whenever I sit with a client, I don't just discuss about property or payment per or either square feet. I discuss about lifestyle, hobbies, what they're up to, what kind of lifestyle that they want to, get into. Are they looking to build a portfolio for long term, or they want to enjoy their life? So it's all win-win situation for me and for him also. So yeah.
What would you say? How did you convince this client to invest this amount of money in Dubai versus, say, London, Singapore, any other growing market? How did you bring him to Dubai?
So if you look at the overall UAE, it's centrally located from east to west. And in terms of import and export, also the taxation is the major role. So what we found here is zero tax, that is, and also safety and security, the world class infrastructure. These are the major role to play in Dubai. So and also looking at price per square foot in Dubai and compared to other cities such as Monaco, New York Prime or London Prime. So if you look at the price per square foot, so let's say Monaco was somewhere around $5,000 price per square foot in the main city, and also coming back to New York Prime is about 3 to 4 thousand dirhams dollars price per square foot. So in Dubai bracket, I would say between 1,800 to 3,000 is where so the ultra luxury properties are there where you can invest.
Ifthihan, I don't know if you saw in the paper, there are two news articles that came out in the paper. One, the recent one, that Dubai has hit a 4 million population, and that's a massive feat that Dubai has done. That's attracted the world to Dubai. And also last week there was an article in the paper that there is a millionaire moving to Dubai every single hour. I mean, that's a pretty impressive feat that Dubai has done to attract this much wealth, to attract these caliber of people to come to Dubai. What is your opinion on that?
Well, Alex, so if you see overall Dubai today has become a brand. So if you, the first thing that today, the more people are scrolling social media, Instagram, TikTok. So that has truth revealing about Dubai, that explaining about Dubai. So it's not only about social media. Apart from that, the taxation, so zero tax, and also world-class infrastructure and the ultra-luxury lifestyle. It's all about you, what you decide, which kind of lifestyle that you want to live. That also playing a major role in Dubai. The second thing, the family communities, from education to so Dubai is focusing more about building communities. So they're expanding towards to education. So there's also very much major attraction for millionaires. So I would say that's the main reason for inflowing.
And also the other thing you would see, that's like Dubai has something for everyone. It has, you want the extravagant lifestyle, that is there for you. If you want to have a budget lifestyle, if you want to have a good lifestyle, you want to have an outdoor lifestyle, there is always something to cater to you, correct?
True.
Yep. Okay. Ifthihan, let's talk about the property that you sold over the summer. What was it?
That was 7 bedroom mansion in District 1. The size about 26,000 square feet and standing on 22,000 plot. The amount was 110 million.
Impressive, impressive. How long did you take to get this deal done?
It took quite long, less than a month.
So you took a month to close this
Yeah,
deal.
exactly.
Okay, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, so
Okay, so that means, like, literally, would you say that you were in the right place at the right time with the right property?
well, yes, it took long. It's not that I've showed to them at the first time. I've showed them a couple of other properties in Palm and Bulgari as well as in La Mer, uh, all over there's coastline properties. So they had certain requirement that they want to consider. They were big in space. So I was looking at some options in Bulgari, Jumeirah Bay. Basically, I showed them in Palm Jumeirah was okay. I showed them some bit tip mansions. That was okay, but sizes were small. And I have showed them some options in Jumeirah Bay. Everything was okay, but exceeded the limit. So they had certain budget. They don't want to exceed above 150. So then District 1 came to a picture where Nakil had a mansion, which was there. I kept this as a last option. So I don't want to, show them in the beginning itself. I know this has something which can be.
So you knew this was
sold.
a wow property.
This is the wow property. So I always try to show something which is expensive and also some bit low grade than what I'm going to show at the end. So that is my key point. So I showed them at the end. It was a really good story, and they came at the end evening time around 6 o'clock. So that was dark. We couldn't even turn on
So
the
you
light.
set the mood.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
lighting was right.
Yeah, exactly.
He came at the right time.
So it was a sunset time.
Yeah.
So they came, they gotten within 2 minutes. They said, "Let's go for it."
Wow. Fantastic. Very good. You are a fan of District 1. Why District 1?
See, District 1, yes, one of the prestigious community in Dubai where it's centrally located besides downtown and it has a name itself. It's not about District 1. So the definition of District 1 is about the long form. So Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum City. It has a brand involved it. And also the caliber people who are living, those are caliber profiled. And also in terms of inventory, very limited. So we're talking about 600 to 650 units in total in phase 1 and phase 2, and also the phase 3 is phase 3B is getting ready, which is about 350 units all over. So almost overall we are talking about 700 to 800 units in total, out of which the mansions are about 50 to 60.
You told me the other day that you believe that the villa was still undervalued. It had a huge potential for growth.
Yeah.
Why do you think so? Where do you think this can grow till?
Well, looking at the price per square foot in that vicinity, in that mansion category, so there were other properties was sold at 170, 180 million range. So the build up of 20 to 30,000 square feet. Considering this build up of 26,000, so it was listed at Nakil portal at 140. So we managed to bring down to 110. This was a long negotiation happened with Nakil. So looking at price per square foot, I believe it has more potential today in the market where we can easily get at least 25 to 30% premium.
Okay. Okay. So the negotiations, so you said you negotiated on this deal. Negotiations must have been intense. Did you feel at any point of time that this deal might not be going through?
Yes, I did. There was a time the client didn't believe that I can bring through this.
So he said, Ifthihan, I'm ready to walk away
Yeah,
from this deal.
exactly. This was the thing.
Okay.
Okay, it took at least so to conclude, to say yes to the property, it took 1 month, but to conclude the deal, it took 3 months.
Okay.
So it was a negotiation in between with Nakil and May. So we put an offer, 100 million, it got rejected. And again, they were saying it went to the approval. It took again 2 to 3 weeks down the line. So back and forth, I was following up with the Nakir as well as the client is pressurizing me as well. What's happening? It's being and you are and sorry, the in between. We have asked client to put a deposit of 22 million dirham. So he deposit a security check which cannot be cashable. This was the condition with Nakil said. So to show get the interest from the client.
Last year you sold, you set another record.
Yeah.
What did you sell last year?
That was the highest sales in my real estate career. That was about 300 million dirham.
Okay. Come on. I want more. I mean, be proud. Tell me, what was it? What did you sell?
Well, that was an interesting project by Nakil. It's in Palm. That man-made island, one of the iconic waterfront development. So that Como have played the major role. The client was an existing investor of mine. So he was investing with me like over a period of time, and we paused in between for 3 years. He couldn't invest, so he was just looking for good deals. This is what so so being an investor, he was looking for a deals, and he's a European client. Initially, I proposed him some options. So his intention was to buy something. I mean, more apartments. His intention was to buy an apartment in bigger size. So I proposed him El Primo, and also I proposed him some options in Palm. It couldn't do well considering the price per square foot is much higher as per his expectation. So then in between, the Como came to a picture. So Nakil was announcing Como residences consist, 7 to 9 full floors, 7 to 9 floors, also iconic design and ultra luxury amenities within the building, and also it's the middle of Palm, and the architecture design. So this all came to a picture, and also price per square foot is much lower compared to other private developers in existing in Palm. I can name it. So, for example, Omniat have launched a couple of projects in Palm. This Orla Infinity, One Palm, Eva. So, if you look at those price per square foot, it's between 8 to 9,000 dirhams per square foot. So, what Nakil is launching that time between 5,000 to 5,700 dirhams price per square foot. So, that was the major, attraction in terms of price per square foot. The client was so convinced. I have pulled out all the statics of the Palm Jumeirah, the similar project where you can compare with this. So he have convinced, but he put an offer. If then I don't want to, get into 5,000 dirhams, which for me it's too much. So market has fluctuation in future. So if I want to get in, so it should be between 4,000, 4,500. So somehow I didn't leave him. I was repeatedly, follow up with him. And somehow he managed to convince me, let me know what you have. So after the launch, the second day of the launch, so Nakil, the client wants to go for a Sky Collection, which is above high, 60th floor. So we couldn't manage to get those. So I was following up with Nakil somehow, of course, so the PT of the Union Square House. So we have got that exclusivity, and also get into this expeditive inventory before the launch, so after the launch. So they had some units above 60th floor. We found there were a couple of units. I called the client immediately. Uh, uh, so there are a couple of units. There is a unit available which is on the 60th floor. Would you be interested to go for it? So it's like, what's the price? So 65 million dirhams, 63 to 65 million dirhams. So that makes interesting to him instantly. So I told him, look, so that particular unit we cannot take as a single unit. You'll have to go for bulk. I played him a major role in that. So I tell you, instead of, because the above Sky Collection, they don't want to sell as an individual units. So they wanted to sell as a bulk. So I proposed him 2 units. So he's like, no, if then I'm okay with wine, let me speak to my father. So he went and he came back to me within 3 minutes. He was talking to his father. So I managed to sell him 4 units in that particular timeline. So he managed to buy 300 million worth of assets within that 4 minutes.
So now correct me if I'm wrong. Are you a fan of Nakil?
Yes, big time.
You like their products?
I like very much.
What do you feel differentiates their products?
Well, of course, the price per square foot, the waterfront properties, it's completely different than other development. World-class architecture design, and the uniqueness, the brand, the Jumeirah involved, as well as the locations of Nakil are fantastic.
Okay. So I'm going to change the segment a little bit now. I'm going to move on to some of the tips that you can provide. So now you are a senior, successful real estate broker, and could you share some tips for new brokers in the markets or brokers who are 2, 3, 4 years old? What could they do differently? How could they become as successful as you? What do they need to do?
Well, in real estate, Alex, I would say the consistency, stability, as well as follow-up. These are the main 3 key elements which you need to carry on to become a successful agent. Also, not only that, for example, existing clients who have bought from you, so you should not forget about them. You'll have to keep on treat them. It can be dine or meet them eventually and send them a greeting,
Remembering their
remembering
birthdays,
their birthdays,
is and wishing them.
etc. These things are very
Yeah.
important in your life. It's not
Okay.
something that you sell them something and
Mm.
you forget about them. So I would say
I mean, to add over there, one of the things that I tell a lot of brokers is remember their birthdays, remember the kids' birthdays.
True.
And even if you don't send anything for them, make sure that you send something for their kids.
I agree.
And then they will be more responsive to you because they will find that more endearing.
True.
So it's never forget about. I mean, I like the line, Dave, and never forget about your clients. Always, be in touch with them. Um, so you told me you've been in the real estate market now for 8 years. Before this, you were selling luxury cars. Do you think that is anything that you learned over there that carried you forward? That you know that you were going down this path to sell luxury products?
Well, yes, because before I step into real estate, I was, of course, selling Mercedes and Alfa Romeo. So our office was in Sheikh Zayed Roads, which
Mm.
were combined with those cars. Yeah, I managed to meet the wealthy clients who wants to buy and who wants to explore. So people who are stepping to those, of course, showroom. So they are not just like coming over there. Yeah, so they're investing their time in.
So you got the exposure to meet HNIs at that point of time.
Yes, I've met HNIs. It's not. So if you ask me after real estate and before real estate, of course I met more clients in real estate
Hmm.
in this industry than the luxury.
Hmm.
Uh,
But it probably groomed you to how to behave around them, how to talk around them, how to build a relationship with them, right?
yeah, of course it's all about. So the first thing I personally believe, Alex, it's smile.
Okay.
That is the main thing. Smile. Smile is the major role that you will find in your life. You smile on them, then they interact. It's all about the energy sharing. So this is what I did first thing. I smile on them and I just go and meet them, say hi. So what you came up to? We don't discuss about cars. We just discuss about hobbies, what you're up to, just personal. I mean, casual thing. So this became more interesting for them as well. Yeah.
No, that's actually wonderful what you're saying. So it's I also tell a lot of brokers you don't go up and sell your product. First you sell yourself. And you said something very interesting right now. You said it's about sharing energies. So it is you promoting yourself. Okay, who is Ifthihan? What am I? How you relate with the person. Accordingly. Um, so now you started 8 years ago. How long did it take you to do your first sale?
Well, it was not that easy. It was tough. So there was a time we didn't have leads, we didn't have marketing. So only what we had is cold calling. So I pull out the database. I used to call 100 connected calls a day. I swear. Out of which I managed to get at least 3 to 6 prospects in a day. Those prospects became my my clients. I mean, overall prospects, I segregate them into meet. So I was about to meet approx 3 to 4 clients in a week. So that became a sale. So I managed to close my first deal in first 2 weeks. So that was in Dubai Creek Harbor in Creek
In
Lane.
in 2 weeks. Usually people take 3 to 6 months to do a first sale, and you've done it in 2 weeks.
So well, what I learned from my previous manager, because I had a mentor. So I didn't sell properties, honestly. I swear I didn't sell. So I want to know what is Creek Harbor. The Creek Harbor have got many elements, such as 3 times bigger than downtown. It's going to be one of the destination apart from downtown. They're going to build, the tallest tower and underworld bridge. This was the talk during that time. So I managed to sell emotion. I managed to sell a lifestyle of Creek Harbor. So
You managed to sell a vision of
the
what.
vision.
Yeah.
So the client was shown interest. Ifthihan, I would like to see the project. So this was the intention I had with the client. So I managed to fix the meeting next day of. So I managed to fix the meeting over the phone. The next day itself. So they came in the morning. Next day was the launch, by the way, the Creek launch. So the client waited more than 3 hours to get his unit because RM was is my friend of MR. I can tell the name.
Yeah.
No, or not it.
Yeah, it's fine. You can go ahead.
So I remember.
It's always good to shout out
yeah.
to some people.
So I remember the RM was MR, the Yusri. The Muhammad Yusri was my first RM to conclude this deal. So he tried his level best to get the unit, which were the client was there for 1 to 2 hours just for the unit. So that the price was approximately 1 million at 50-50 payment plan, 50% during construction. So the client was telling me, Ifthihan, I prefer to get one more unit. So the Yusri was telling, no, if you're looking for one more unit, then go for 2 bedrooms. Then this was the mess which happened. Then end up the client bought 2 units of 1 bedrooms. So 2 million dirhams. The commission was, if I'm not mistaken, it was around 25,000 dirhams overall. I made net. So yeah.
How long did it take you to do your first 10 million dirham deal?
It took 2 years.
Okay.
It took 2 years. So initially I was doing off plan, as I told you before. And first 2 years I was focusing on off plan. Then I thought it's not about selling off plan. I'll have to get into secondary. I know to get into that, it's not something that I know I can jump just like that. So I have to do my research. I went to my mentor and I asked him a couple of suggestions. So where do I start? So he suggested me a couple of locations, District 1, Jumeirah Island, as well as Emirates Hills, also Palm Jumeirah, out of which I found District 1 has more potential, but that was getting handover.
Okay.
So that I jumped in it, and that was getting handover. I managed to get listings about 30, 35, out of which 90% were rental and remaining were for sale. That was my starting point into luxury market.
Interesting. What advice would you give to less experienced brokers who are getting into the luxury market? What are the myths? What are the mistakes that they make?
So Alex, so basically you'll have to understand the client requirement, and you should not straight away and go and sell payment plan or square feet or property 1-2 bedroom or 4-5 bedroom villa. So you'll have to first of all understand their requirement and get what exactly they're looking for, and understand their lifestyle and their need. How many family members is an individual guy, or he has a family background. So understand his background. So based on that, you react. So some clients, they don't want you to explain the whole Dubai market. You'll have to be very specific about the properties, that what exactly he wants. For example, understand his lifestyle. Based on that, give them those kind of properties. So according to, I personally believe those HNI clients prefer to have exclusive properties, also off-market listings. Also, it should be unique and rare in the market.
Okay. What would any other advice would you give to someone who's aspiring to reach your level of success?
The first and last thing, I would say, Alex, consistency and follow up.
My next question would be like, I know this is very close to your heart and obviously these are done. How important are referrals?
See, the referrals are the major play role in ultra luxury segment. So it's all about recommendation. So so when client recommend you to another friend or either his colleague or relative, this is where you're playing the major role. That build the trust. That build the relationship. So from there to take over is not that quick essence. So I would say the referral is something today is the major role in real estate.
How would you tell brokers to build a pipeline of HNI clients? What do they need to do?
The referral is the major key point. The second is networking.
You told me you used to go for gatherings, you used to go for networking events, meet
So
PAs.
exactly. So you'll have to engage in social media. So you'll have to get into this gathering and networking event. These are very important. Sharing a business card, engage with and discuss about referral fee. Go out after a party and have engage with them. Go for a casual meeting. Apart from that, meet concierge managers in this.
You told me that was one of your other tricks. You used to go to five-star hotels, meet concierge. and have a cigar over there.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So this was the thing, I was doing this like last 5, 6 years. That I didn't even take an advice from a couple of friends, but it just made me to get into that. It's logically that is there, right? So where you go and we are going to meet the high net worth individuals. So either you can go and meet this private clubs. So I'm one of the members of private clubs. So one of them is Art Club, and also there are other clubs in Palm. So I'm one of the member over there, and also uh, that is there. Apart from that, I would like to engage with tax consultants and private lawyers, as well as the those who are selling the private bank loans and credit cards. Of course, the credit card is something you might think it's something for ordinary clients. I would say out of 100 you meet out of 100 maybe 10 will be HNI. So don't take these things are as a minimal. So I would say these are the step into
so basically,
luxury.
look out for every single opportunity that you can, so that you can expose yourself to a good referral, to a good HNI client,
That's
so to get someone to refer you to someone. What's next for Ifthihan? What are your next goals?
Alex, eventually, so my goal is to crack I was always looking at my highest value. So I want to go beyond that value. So that was the plan for the next 5 years, or maybe next 1 year, I would say. So I would like to believe myself always. I would like to talk to myself about me that whatever I was doing last year, I want to be better than the next year. So I'm trying my level to get into that level. Eventually, I believe I want to crack. Hopefully soon, I have got a couple of other pipelines where I can reach to 500 million sales.
I like one part that you said, you talk to each other, you talk to yourself. And I just wanted to ask, obviously, all us brokers go ups and downs. Life comes at us in all sorts of manners. How do you motivate yourself?
Well, of course, to motivate yourself, you'll have to. Of course, it's not something that you can talk to yourself alone. You'll have to go through different books and go through social media and understand.
Do you
what
watch YouTube videos?
Yeah, I do. I do. Of course,
Yeah.
eventually that's the fact.
Yeah.
So if you want to upgrade yourself, you'll have to become someone, not ordinary. So I have to upgrade myself, get into that. I'll have to do my research. Yes. So how do I become into the next level? So I manage myself to become to that level. Of course, one of the thing I used to read books. I used to go through videos, YouTube, and I do research. I watch people. So the main thing I watch, I get into their personality. So this allowed me to change into my lifestyle.
Oh, nice. I'm sure there are many deals that don't go through. I'm sure we are all human beings. We feel dejected. What do you do in that moment? I mean, do you just sit in a corner? Do you watch TV?
Well, I've seen this up and downs. So I always take that as a normal thing because I've seen. So last during my experience, I've seen. But it was in the beginning, it was hard, and over a period of time, I used to it. So, the client used to give passport, they used to give deposit check, used to give EOI. Those end up due to some personal reason, they want to back out from the deal. This used to hear. So of course, I move to the next. I don't strictly follow or think about that particular, deal. Why didn't go through? Of course, I'll move to the next. So, for example, let's say I was working on that particular deal. Let's say 20 million. So I want to find 10 more clients to have 10 more clients uh, to get in that 20 million deal. So I always upgrade myself. I don't stick on one place.
Okay. How now you've been with Union Square House since 2021, and I want to know how important has Union Square House been in your journey?
Well, sir, I would really proud to say that I'm happy to be a part of UNESCO House. So people who are surrounding with me, I would say Mr. Gaurav Adasani, the CEO of and the founder of UNESCO House. He encouraged me, he helped me, and we are like friends. We engage like friends. The first thing which I liked him, but he don't have that bossy type. So, and also the second thing, so Bait as well as he also, we became like, brothers. So that was the another thing, allowed me to, work this in environment.
Where do you see Dubai real estate market heading in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years? Where do you see us going?
Well, considering the supply and demand, Alex, I would say still it has potential, and also part of 2040 vision of Dubai is allowing people to come into Dubai. What we have seen in terms of population growth last 15 years, it's not a joke. It's more than 100%. So when I was coming to Dubai, which was in 2014, it was about 3 million. Today, what we see is over 4 million is something. What we see in next 10 years, I would say this can go up to 5 to 5.6 million in population.
So, in my final question would be, if there was a guy who's ready to buy 100 million plus property, what advice would you give him? What would he be like? What should he be looking at?
The first thing, understand his requirement, understand his lifestyle, and also understand uh, what he needs. So this three, I would say, enough you to crack the deal. Or so these three are enough you to crack the deal, and also follow up. So, for example, let's say you offered him something. Don't try to jump into 10 properties to offer him. At least maximize your proposal up to 3 or 4. That's it. So don't go beyond that. Then the client will get confused. So give them the best properties, and always try to show them. Always keep the best property at last, and show them the expensive one in the first itself.
Okay. Okay. So I think we are done with that. So guys, that was Ifthihan from Union Square House. He's our in-house luxury broker. His contact details are in the description. If you're interested in a luxury property, you can reach out to him. He knows the market, he knows his product, and he's the best man to get you a deal. Okay?
Thank you, Alex.
Done. Thank you, Ifthihan.
Thank you.